This is the 2024 Kia Carnival Limousine. Now, why do I say limousine? Well, it's to differentiate it from the Kia Carnival that was sold in India till 2023. We've had an 18-month gap between its predecessor and this one now coming out in the market, whereas this has been available internationally for about a year or so right now. But having said that, when Kia announced the price of this at 63.9 lakhs ex-showroom, yes, the room did go a little silent. I was one of them, and it got me thinking, is it really that overpriced? Now, at face value, I was like, how does the vehicle go from that 35-40 lakh price point all the way up to about 75 lakhs on road? You know, when we're looking at on-road to on-road pricing. So it's almost double. But when you take into account that Kia has actually brought about a series of changes. I mean, this is an all-new vehicle that we're talking about over here. And it really got me thinking that is the price actually justified? So while I was going through this entire thought process, the first thing that occurred to me was like, okay, let's back off a bit. Let's say that here's a product that's packed with goodies. You've got ADAS, you've got a nice diesel engine, we've got brilliant interiors, the seating, the comfort, the features on board, everything about it screams quality and luxury. It is a high-end luxury vehicle. So even if you were to compare it with, some German brands, it definitely can compete with them, yet you're getting it for a price that's much cheaper. So that was the first thing that occurred to me. The second was, what's its competition? Because you can't really compare it to an Innova High Cross. Yes, that thing is an outstanding machine. It's brilliant. It's also got 3 rows. It also gives you that excellent level of comfort. But when it comes to absolute size, the High Cross is actually smaller than the Carnival because we're talking about it being quite a bit smaller. I would say that you would lose about this much space between the two of them. And that, when it comes to the floor plan, seating and luggage space, translates to a whole lot of added goodies available on the Carnival Limousine as compared to the High Cross. So that leaves another Toyota product out in the market, and that is the Toyota Alphard, or the Velfire as it's sold in different markets. And we've seen it on Indian roads. That vehicle was launched at 76 lakhs ex-showroom. So when you translate that to an on-road price, it's touching that 1 crore mark. And this then works out to be about 25 lakhs cheaper than a Velfire. So its closest competition is actually 25 lakhs more than what it is. So when you're looking at this segment of car, you're looking at this segment of MPVs that are about luxury, about lifestyle, about features, and about absolute comfort, you suddenly realize that the Carnival Limousine is actually a rather brilliant package on wheels. At least that's the way I thought about it. You can definitely argue with it. I would love to hear your take on it in the comment section below. So do write in. This is just my opinion about it. It is not a verdict of any sort. It's just what I feel is the price and whether it's justified or not. So that is the other element about it, where we're talking about the fact that when it comes to competition, there's nothing really close to a Kia Carnival Limousine. Even if I was to look at the Skoda Kodiaq, another large SUV, that's at about 45 lakhs. Definitely a cheaper option, but then with that you also give away on space, you give away on a ton of features. You don't get those really cool back seats that you get in the Carnival, and there's a lot missing when you take that into account. So from a product portfolio perspective, I think Kia has really thought this one through and gotten it in a segment where it actually doesn't have too much competition, which is also probably why that as I'm recording this, Kia has over 3,000 bookings of the Carnival Limousine in India already. It is a vehicle that caters to the HNI. It is something for the stars, the starlets, business people, people who like to be chauffeur driven around. It has a very set market. It is not a mass market product in that sense. So I think keeping in mind the demographic, the psychographic, and everything that goes into a market strategy, Kia has really thought this through. It is a vehicle that is generations ahead of its predecessor. And I'm not just saying it because it's just one step away, that being the 3rd generation and this being the 4th generation version. This is actually such a big jump that there's really very little that carries over from the older version. In fact, even the engine, while it is a 2.2 liter engine and it churns out about the same amount of power, The older one was a cast iron block. This is an all aluminum block engine. So refinement has gone up, mileage has gone up. All of that has also been taken care of. Kia has increased the ground clearance on this. So this has a 180 mm ground clearance now. So you can see that, the changes are substantial. We're talking about a ton of features on board. You get ADAS on board. You've got over 100 connected features on board. So it's really packed. And to me, when I take a look at it from the product end of the business and work my way towards the price, I think it kind of justifies that 63.9 lakh ex-showroom price tag. And once again, I really like to hear what you have to say about it. And I do look forward to what you have to say in the comments. It's my promise and the MotorScribes promise that we answer every question and query that comes in on our channel. So if you do share your perspective, be sure that you'll hear from me.